There you go. Okay. Alright. Let's get a song up and ready. Uh, let's do this one. Ignore that! Oh wait, you can't hear that. Never mind. Hi. I don't know what to stream today, so I'm gonna be doing just chatting for a bit. But I know in like an hour, the Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer comes out. And I really want to watch that with you guys. Chris Pratt, yo. All right, all right, all right. All right. Oh wait, why am I? Don't do that. There you go. Hi everyone. How are we all doing today? I like how Mario's face got leaked in Connor Eats Pants Discord. No, I saw it though. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, so far, not that bad. Also, if I sound a bit muffled, I do have a mask on right now because I am a little sick. So, if you can't understand me, I'm so sorry. Not even people pets here? Oh my god. They fucking took people pat. Drink lots of water and consume your vitamins, Rip. Oh, of course, of course. We have a fucking robber. We have a fucking mystery on our hands. I'm feeling a lot more better than I was yesterday, for sure. But I'm still definitely sick. So I'm yeah, trying my best to drink as much water as I can. Yeah, I'm a little broke. Oh god. I was playing Overwatch with Greed, B, and some other people. And fucking hell, I'm kicking ass, dude. I'm kicking ass in Overwatch. If I try loading it up now, it definitely will lag my stream. I love new characters. I hate going up against them. They're fucking annoying. I'm sorry. Uh, got everyone in my grade into the sorry, I made an announcement about stop having bad behavior. I doubt it's gonna work. That's really not gonna work. As someone who's been in who's as someone who's been in a public school, That never works. It never works. If in fact, it probably worsens it. Have a good stream. Thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye. It very much doesn't work. I might be the only one who respects the teachers in my grade. Yeah, it never actually works. I think, in my opinion, it just literally worsens it. It's now kids are just gonna do it out of spite. So everyone's fucking going to TwitchCon now. God. I wish I could have gone. I don't really want to go. I just wish that my friends could visit more often because I, for one, don't like flying or going out of my state or my city in general. Would have been able to meet Drew. Yeah. I just want to see my friends again. It just makes me sad. Hey, hello. Hi. I want to meet my friends, and it makes me sad that they're all somewhere where I currently cannot go right now. One day, one day. Now we just sit here until like less than an hour from now, so that we can watch the Mario trailer together. Uh, have you drank tea yet? I haven't drank tea today, but yesterday I did. Yesterday I did. Really, because my throat was hurting a lot. Yeah. I usually drink cinnamon tea a lot. I had yesterday I had like something mixed in with honey. I don't know what the tea was called though. But it helps with tummy aches and cramps. Yo. Tell you how I feel. Maybe it's better. I can try to feel true for me and for you. I'm stuck on you. I wish I could go to the Undertale. I still haven't been able to, and it makes me sad. Not only do I not have anyone to go with, but like, I also just don't have money. not the same as it was. So how have y'all been? If only travel was free for real. If only. If only, man. Sorry, but okay? Yeah. The usual. If traveling was free, man, fucking studying for my chemistry tests and group project, Jesus. As it was. You know it's not the same as it was. As it was. As it was. Wait, do you guys want to watch some binging with Babish with me? Just watching people cook food. I think it's really nice while we wait for the fucking the whatchamacallit. The Mario movie. Yes? Okay. I fucking love binging with Babish. Not only does the food look really good in his videos, but also his commentary is very funny, and I like it. Let's see. Let's see. What's the thing? Let's look at his popular. Most popular. Okay. I want to do the Good Morning Burger. Okay, let's see how to do this. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. Here we go.
Sizzling
There you
ground
go.
beef and soak it in rich creamery butter. Then we top it off with bacon, ham, and a fried egg. We call it the Good Morning Burger.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to
Yeah.
where this week we're taking a look at the Good Morning Burger. Please stick around after the episode to find out how you can win a trip to Italy with me, thanks to Omaze. More on that later, because for now we gotta measure out 18 ounces of beef. This is going to be one truly Homer Simpson appropriate burger. I'm gonna try to pat out a patty that's not too wide for a burger bun, but not too thick to cook in a frying pan, which is impossible. So we're just gonna make this, which we are of course going to season liberally with kosher salt, and I'm tired of pestling my pepper, so I procured a pepper mill from the closest purveyor in my proximity, so I could properly pepper my patty. Once we got that patty all seasoned, we're gonna slice up a little bit of ham that we're gonna fry in a little bit of vegetable oil, just so it's not cold going onto our burger. Likewise, I've got my bacon roasting at 375 in the oven. Now I'm going to grease up a non-stick skillet with a little bit more vegetable oil, and once it's preheated, I'm going to carefully, our giant burger patty, which I'm going to season antipodally with a bit more kosher salt and freshly ground pepper, and then I'm going to slowly but surely fry it on both sides, flipping after 6 to 7 minutes or until it's got a nice golden
big
crust,
ass
and stopping
burger.
to admire my flames. You know what they say, flame recognize flame. And then continuing to cook an additional 6 to 7 minutes until it registers to 145 degrees Fahrenheit internally. Simultaneously, in a sideline saute pan, I'm going to fry one sunny side up egg before spreading a gargantuan amount of rich creamery butter on top of our burger. My best
God,
approximation
Jesus.
is soaking it in butter, as per the commercial's instructions. Now I'm going to bring it over to my awaiting burger bun, do my absolute damnedest to
You
get
can feed a
down
family
on
with
there
that thing,
without
literally.
screwing anything up. I don't have much more beef to play with. There we go, and then I'm going to top it with 3 slices of crisp bacon and our slice of fried ham. Last up, our sunny side up egg, and mystifyingly, no cheese. I guess they're trying to be a little health conscious. Speaking of which, I've been on a diet for a while, and my dear trainer friend Chris has been subjecting me to all kinds of vegan and raw and boiled foods, so I thought I'd subject him to the hazards of my workplace. There you go, Chris. This is for all those reverse ass-in-the-air crunches that you made me do in front of the beautiful people at my gym last week. Now, as far as revenge plots go, this one didn't work so well because this was a delicious burger. It's a burger soaked in butter, but it is, of course,
It does.
overkill. Why don't we go for a slightly more restrained Wisconsin-style butter burger? Now, for a burger like this, we gotta make our own butter, which is as simple as filling the jar of a food processor with non-ultra-pasteurized heavy cream and running until the fats separate, which should take no more than like 2 minutes. We're then going to strain and squeeze the butter out through several layers of cheesecloth, like so. The objective here is to squeeze out as much whey as possible, and now we're going to take it one step further and rinse it out. Normally I just do this under the sink, but I want you folks at home to see. We are rinsing the butter in as cold water as is legally available until the water runs pretty much clear, indicating that we have gotten rid of most of the whey. So we're going to season it with a generous pinch of kosher salt, massage that on in there, and boom, fresh, delicious, creamy, homemade butter. Which we're going to use to make an approximation of the butter
That's so
burgers from
impressive.
Sully's Grill. For that, we need to try and recreate some of their famous stewed onions. So I've got 2 roughly chopped small white onions, which I'm going to slowly cook in about a 1/4 cup of olive oil over medium heat for 2 to 3 minutes until just softened, not browned. We want to gently heat
You learned
these
something
onions
new,
and
yeah.
not caramelize them in any way. We're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of our homemade butter and maybe 1/3 of a cup of dry white wine. And then I'm going to cover and let these stew for 10 minutes. I adapted this recipe from living burger demigod George Motes, so you know it's going to be good. 10 minutes is up, and we're just going to give these guys a little stir, make sure that nobody's sticking to the bottom of the pot, and add maybe 1/3 of a cup of beef broth and a few twists of freshly ground black pepper. And then we are bringing that to a simmer, lowering the heat, covering and simmering for another 10 minutes. We're then going to simmer uncovered for about 20 minutes until we're left with a thick, delicious onion jam. Try not to eat this with a spoon because it's going on our burgers.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of which, let's get those made. What I'm going to do here is sandwich a 1/4 pound beef ball betwixt 2 sheets
Butter.
of parchment paper and use the bottom of a plate, roughly the size of my intended burger, to act as a mold, because we're trying to approximate the pre-smashed
Oh,
burgers
whoa.
from Sully's. Now I'm going to
That's
cut
so
the parchment
thin.
paper down to size and smack this guy face down on a ripping hot stainless steel or cast iron skillet. And this burger's super thin, so just from this point on, treat it like a smash burger. Super high heat, season on one side only with kosher salt and freshly ground pepper, flip once nicely browned on one side, and once flipped, immediately
Hi,
apply
Lynn.
cheese. Yellow American is the only way to go. We're then going to top with a few tablespoons of our stewed onions and apply a little bit of
Oh
water
God,
to our
onion on-
cooktop
oh,
before
oh God.
covering so the cheese
Oh
can
God,
steam
dear,
and
dear
fully
God.
melt. While the cheese melts, we are besmearing the top of our toasted burger bun with just way too much butter, like 2 to 3 tablespoons worth, retrieving our completed burger and introducing it to our bun. And as they say in Wisconsin, I have no idea what they say in Wisconsin. All I know is that this is going to be a really tasty burger. One that I am unfortunately not allowed to eat. And since Chris had to leave on an exercise emergency, here are Sawyer and Vinny to do the taste testing for me. It is a messy, drippy job, but somebody's got to do it. And profuse dripping is a sign that you've made your butter burgers correctly, because these things are meant to be swimming in a pool of their own butter. So it's no surprise that they entered the very messy but clean plate club. Hey guys, I am so excited to announce that.
All right, thank you, Babish. Beef Wellington? What is this? Oh my God.
Aren't you even going to have any of this? Look, we've got oysters Rockefeller, beef Wellington, Napoleon. We leave this lunch alone, it'll take over Europe.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this
I
week
don't
we're
even know what a
taking
beef
look at
Wellington
foods from the
is. I'm not gonna
1960s,
lie,
so
guys.
foods that are inevitably going to revolve around one thing: butter. So we're going to start by needlessly showboating a little bit with a rolling pin and beginning the process to make puff pastry from scratch. This starts with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a few pinches of kosher salt that we're going to toss together and create a little trench, almost like we're making fresh pasta. But there's no eggs. Instead, we're going to use 1 cup of ice water, added a little bit of thyme that we're going to toss together with the flour, reforming the trench, adding a few more tablespoons of ice water, tossing again. And eventually, once it gets a little bit more chunky, we're going to start using a bench scraper, adding water a bit at a time until we get a dough that holds its shape that we're going to knead together, forming into a square, wrapping in plastic wrap, and chilling for 30 minutes while we get our butter square ready. We're starting with 2 sticks of unsalted butter, to which we're going to add a few tablespoons of flour, and using a floured rolling pin, we're going to start pounding together into one solid mass. We're going to keep reflouring the rolling pin, the work surface, and repounding out the butter until it is pliable enough to fold like this.
God damn.
That's breaking a little bit, but that's fine. Likewise, we're going to form this into a square, wrap in plastic wrap, and place in the fridge for 10 minutes while we roll out our lean dough. This stuff gets pretty sticky, so generously flour your work surface and start rolling out your sticky lean dough to a 12 by 12 inch square, or a 14 by 14 inch square. It doesn't really matter. Just roll it out into a square, and then pound out your butter square, so when placed in the center of the dough square diagonally, the corners almost meet the sides of the dough square. If this doesn't make any sense, I'm sorry, and just go out and buy some puff pastry because this is not worth the effort. Pinch the edges of the dough square around the butter square shut and begin to roll out to about a 12-inch long by 5-inch wide rectangle that we're going to fold into thirds like a letter. Then rotate 90 degrees and roll out again to the same dimensions and fold into thirds once more before wrapping in plastic wrap and letting rest in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. This is going to let the gluten relax so we can do it all over again. We're going to roll this out.
Oh my god, Lynn, you just reminded me. I wasted all of my fucking diamonds and I forgot there was a BTS, a fucking collab happening soon. Oh my god. Hey, Cookie Run, can you guys go on another maintenance, please? This is so...
Fold into thirds twice, refrigerate again for 30
Bye,
minutes, and do it again.
Take care.
In the end, this creates a sum total of 729 layers of butter. No wonder puff pastry puffs up so much. Who knew that math could be
Imagine
so
not having
delicious?
100k diamonds.
After
What
6
the
total
fuck?
folds, we're putting in the fridge for 1 hour up to overnight, and we're going to start seasoning our beef for the beef
God
Wellington.
damn.
Season liberally on all sides with kosher salt and freshly cracked pepper, and place into a ripping hot cast iron skillet to sear on all sides. This doesn't lock in juice.
Oh my god!
It's to introduce some roasty flavors into our Wellington. One of the things that helps a lot with that is a mushroom duxelle. We covered how to make this in the Bob's Burgers episode from a few months ago, but basically it just calls for finely processing some mushrooms, sauteing in butter, adding a little bit of thyme, some freshly crushed garlic, deglazing with a bit of cognac, adding a bit of heavy cream, and cooking down into a smooth pate.
We get 10k from the inconvenience. Yeah, I just hope Cookie Run goes on another maintenance so I can get another 10k. Thank you.
We're going to shingle onto several sheets of plastic wrap before brushing our roast down with English mustard, making sure that if it's tied with any string that's been cut off,
god,
and spreading our mushroom pate evenly onto the prosciutto, making the rock on which we shall build our church. Lift the strategically placed plastic wrap and use it to wrap the prosciutto and mushroom mix tightly around the roast. We're going to place this in the fridge for about 20 minutes to firm up while we roll out our puff pastry. Generously flour your work surface before rolling out your puff pastry to about 12 inches long and 3 inches wider on each side than the size of the roast. Then use the plastic wrap to wrap the puff around the pastry, and then use Gordon Ramsay's whipsy flipsy method to tightly encase the whole thing together that we're going to place in the fridge to firm up for 20 minutes before brushing the whole thing down with a beaten egg. Then we're going to use the back of a paring knife to place some decorative scoring across the top, sprinkle the whole thing down with flaky kosher salt, and insert a temperature probe into the thickest part of the roast. We're then going to bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit until the roast registers 120 degrees Fahrenheit internally. Let rest for 15 minutes and then slice open to reveal the fruits of your labor. A moment of silence, please.
Oh my god.
I mean, come on, dude. If you want to find the way to Christina Hendricks' heart, this is it, right here. And you guys know my policy on clean plates. It only happens when something is really, really, really good, but utterly incomplete without dessert. So it's time
Dessert!
for Napoleons. We're going to start by whisking together 4 egg yolks and a half cup of cornstarch into this light ribbony mixture. And then in a large saucepan, we're going to combine 2 cups of milk and a half cup of sugar, along with 2 teaspoons of vanilla paste or vanilla extract if that's all you got. Whisk together and bring to a bare simmer.
I think I'd be full after like one bite, after like a couple bites of that thing.
Mixture. Very
Jesus.
slowly so as to temper the egg yolks without cooking them. Once you've added about half the milk mixture, feel free to dump the rest in and return the whole mixture back to the saucepan. Cooking over medium heat, whisking constantly until a thick custard forms. We're then going to kill the heat and add about 2 tablespoons of crumbled butter, whisking that in until completely melted and incorporated. Just in case this thing was starting to get a little bit too healthy, we're going to put this into a metal bowl and cover with plastic wrap, pressing the plastic wrap down onto the surface of the custard, making sure that it doesn't form a skin while it is in the fridge. Meanwhile, we're going to bake some equally sized sheets of puff pastry that we
Hello,
cut with pizza
Kitty.
cutter for about 6 minutes at 450 degrees.
Hello,
Puffy,
Kitty.
we're going to weigh it down with
Hello.
another cookie sheet, baking for an additional 4 to 5 minutes until thin and crisp. Allow to cool completely before topping with our cooled creme patissier, layering, repeating, and getting ready to make our decorative top layer. We're going to start by making a thin icing out of a cup of powdered sugar, 2 teaspoons of corn syrup, 2 tablespoons of whole milk, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. We're going to whisk together well to combine and take just a little tiny bit to taste and make sure that it tastes good, and then take a few tablespoons and set them aside to make a chocolate version. We're going to add a little bit of molten chocolate. If you don't have that, add some cocoa powder. Start by spooning some of the white glaze over the top layer of your puff pastry, smoothing out with an offset spatula, and then use a drinking glass to hold your pastry bag and fill it with the chocolate glaze that we're then going to very carefully pipe into perfectly straight lines across the length of the pastry. Add this to the list of things that I never thought I would be able to do properly. Then using a toothpick, or if you don't have a toothpick, a giant skewer, drag the tip back and forth across the frosting to make a decorative flare, which if you ask me is about as early 1960s as you can possibly get.
Oh.
Plate up on a nice serving plate and hack yourself off a piece and revel in the 2,000
That actually looks really good.
7 layers of butter in this Napoleon. I mean, technically, I didn't count it.
Fuck, that actually looked really good. Bacon pancakes!
Fahrenheit.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes.
What the fuck?
Bacon pancakes.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're saying goodbye to Adventure Time, who had their final episode last week. This is a show rife with food, chief among which might be pancakes, sandwiches, and Prismo's artisanal pickles, which, despite having no information as to how they're made, we're going to try and recreate. First up, some classic dill pickles, which starts with a brine made from equal parts water and plain white vinegar, to which we are going to add 25 grams of kosher salt and 100 grams of plain white sugar. Once
Okay.
you've got those all added together, deploy your tiny whisk for proper dissolution, and then it's time to address the aspect of cooking. Now, the lower temperature at which pickles are pickled, the crispier
What?
they become. This to me sounds like a job for sous vide, because while conventional methods call for boiling, we can keep our crispy little Kirby's at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, thus ensuring their texture for future generations, at least 6 months from now. Which is
Almost
how long
15
these
minutes
pickles will
until
last at
the
room
Mario
temperature.
movie
So
trailer
we're
comes
slicing our
out.
Kirby's in half and peeling an entire head of garlic, setting aside a habanero pepper for any desired hotness, and rinsing and drying a few bunches of dill fresh dill, along with our dried pickling spices, which we're going to start layering in our canning jars. About half our garlic, 2 or 3 dried bay leaves, a few bunches of fresh dill, and then a sprinkling each at your discretion, allspice berries, mustard seeds, I like lots and lots of those, a few whole cloves, 1 healthy handful of whole peppercorns, 2 or 3 daring dashes of red pepper flake if you want a little spice, and that's about it. It's time to start packing in our cucumbers for their long hot
Yo, Shonen,
nap. Make sure they've got just
the what? The what? The what? No, pause. Pause. Where are you seeing that? No, wait, what?
Human stuff.
Oh wait, I don't think I'm allowed to show this. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, Gus, my butt. Sorry. He still has the. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this match? Wait, go back. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? Wait. Wait. Wait, magic actually works in the human realm. Guys, I don't think, guys, 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 magic works in the human realm, guys. I need to go back to, I need to go back to Gus and Hunter. Hold on. Oh my god, my boys, my boys. My boys! How else would Albert be able to function in the human realm during the first episode? That's very true, actually. That's true. That's true. That's actually really true. Oh, Gus and Hunter! My boys! Ah! I have to show this to Back Release Club. Hold on. And then, Owl House Yelling. Owl House Enjoyer. Guys! Guys! Oh, my boys! Oh! Oh my god! Oh, Hunter, my boy! Mwah! Mwah! Ah, I miss them so much! There's more? There's more? Karina! I'm gonna. Karina! Oh my god, Hunter's so tall. Either he's so tall or Luz is fucking short. Is there more? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a whole clip. It's a whole clip. Oh my god. Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe they're bonding over trauma. Oh god. Now that hurt. Ow. The found siblings are bonding over trauma. Oh. It's fucking bad. It drives me insane too. How these episodes are gonna be like 55 minutes long. I think, right? I can't be wrong here, right? Is it planned? How many episodes were there planned to be? A whole season's worth, but now we're only getting like 3 episodes. Oh my god, I love Hunter so much. Oh my god, my boy. Oh my god. I'm fine. I'm normal. I'm so normal right now. Oh. Oh. really hope losing Project grow even closer. There's oh god, I can't wait for next week. I can't wait anymore. Ah, there's oh god. Oh god, okay. I need to be normal. I need to watch this. I need to continue this fucking video. I need to be normal. Oh god. Alright.
Room in there to venture around.
Uh,
For the sake of flavor, drop the rest of the garlic cloves on top, fill with brine, leaving 1 centimeter of headroom between the liquid and the top of the jar, seal finger tight, shake around like some sort of flavorful snow globe, and place into a 140-degree preheated sous vide bath for 2.5 hours, during which time we're going to do a whole bunch of other stuff, including but not limited to making lacto-fermented pickles, or sour pickles. We're loading these guys up with all the same spices, except we've crushed the garlic a little bit more to let the Allison out. Other than that, we're shoving all the same stuff in there. Dill,
guess we'll love all the
bay
cool,
leaves, red pepper flake, mustard seed,
cool human
cloves,
things. I'm so
allspice,
fucking
and
excited.
peppercorn. The major difference here is in the brine. We're making a solely salt and
I'm so
water-based
excited,
brine.
bro.
Make sure you use filtered, non-chlorinated water. This time with a ratio of about 100 grams salt to 2 cups of water. Cover the vegetables entirely in your sanitized canning jar, and we're going to let this guy sit for 3 to 7 days at room temperature, burping once a day to let gas escape. So we'll check in on this next week. Until then, don't push it off the table. And once 2.5 hours have elapsed, pull the dill pickles out of the sous vide machine, wipe down, and allow to cool completely to room temperature before.
I wonder if they're gonna cover her ears like the fan art has been decided. Depicting. What? Where did I get the other one from? Depicting. Yeah. I feel like they might. Seeing as how like one of the main that's Twitter. Seeing as how like one of the first like videos that were leaked goes to Fortnite. What? No, not my boy. Gus, no.
or refrigerating overnight. And remember, these guys are room temperature stable for up to 6 months until you open them. But you're not going to be able to wait that long because these artisanal pickles are astounding. Unless you have some sort of Brooklynite waxed mustached weirdo serving you pickles on the regular, you're not going to do much better than this. We'll check in on the lacto-fermented pickles next week when they're ready. For now, we need to make some homemade ketchup for Prismo's sentient sandwich.
Not even
We'll
Overwatch or
start by
Splatoon. No, he
dicing
just plays
1
Fortnite.
small onion, similarly dicing 5 cloves of garlic, and bringing them over to 1 tablespoon of olive oil that has been heated over medium-high heat until shimmering, into which we are going to deposit the onion, first sweating for 5 to 6 minutes until soft and translucent before adding the garlic, sauteing for an additional 30 seconds to 1 minute or until fragrant, and then adding a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of molasses depending on viscosity, 1/3 of a
Where's
apple cider
Tart?
vinegar, and about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. We're also going to add little sprinklings each of allspice, cinnamon, maybe a little bit more generous sprinkling of chili powder, a little bit less generous sprinkling of ground ginger, and a very, very
Ginger?
large sprinkling of ground cinnamon. Now we're going to let these flavors get to know each other for at least 1 hour and up to 12. That's right, if you want really deep, complex ketchup, let this guy go for a full 12 hours. If you're like me and you don't really care about ketchup, just let it go for 1 hour. It's fine. Just make sure that it's nice and thick, like so, and then adjust for salt, like so. Taste and season as necessary. Next up, this guy's headed for the big bad blender. Into the confusingly named jar of a blender it goes, being pureed at first on low and then on high, until a smooth, sweet, sassy ketchup is achieved. This stuff is really good, and it only takes a few hours to make, and it will never be as good as the stuff you get in a jar at the supermarket for $4. I highly recommend it. Now finally we can move on to the sentient sandwich itself. We're going to start by cracking 1 free-range Humpty Dumpty into
I kind of
some
forgot what this guy's
waiting,
making,
fizzling
but I just kind
butter
of want to
in
see
a
where it
small
goes.
non-stick skillet, moving it quickly so as to create a sort of egg custard that we're going to flatten out into a single layer once it holds its own shape. Then we've got a fine-aged cheddar man that we're going to grate for the sake of expediency in the melting process, since we are in essence creating an omelet here, and as such we're going to use a spatula to fold this guy over onto itself. hitting it with a freshly ground black pepper fart, and inexplicably placing it onto a rimmed baking sheet, which is going to steal a lot of its heat away, thus preventing the cheese from staying melted, but we gotta stay true to form. We're hitting it with our homemade ketchup and some parsley. It's not dancing, sorry, I don't have access to the same market that BMO has. We're flipping it onto our waiting sandwich bread, flipping it around, and achieving a cross section, perhaps an ill-advised one because I think we know what's waiting in here. Not much. Cold eggs, some cold cheese, and some parsley, which I have to admit didn't taste
Hello,
bad,
Twitch chat.
because
Which
after
I
all,
will be
egg,
playing League.
cheese, and
No,
finest
not my
combinations.
boy.
How do we improve on that? Well, how do you think? With bacon. I mean, how do you improve any sandwich? You add bacon. It's simple physics. And it's also how you become a member of the Clean Plate Club. Now, it wouldn't be an Adventure Time farewell without bacon pancakes, so let's make some fabulous buttermilk pancakes out of 285 grams of all-purpose flour, 35 grams of sugar, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, a teaspoon and a half of baking soda, and then I foolishly put my teaspoon in the sink, so I don't know, a good pinch of kosher salt. Whisk all your dry ingredients together using a normal-sized whisk, form a well in the center using your fingers, and into that well deposit 2 1/2 cups of buttermilk, to which we are going to also add 2 whole free-range Humpty Dumpties. Then very carefully down the side of the bowl, we're also going to add 3 tablespoons of melted butter while we whisk the whole affair together. Taking care not to over-whisk. It's okay if this guy still has lumps in it, we don't want to develop too much gluten. Once you've got a nice thick pancake batter, it's time to head over to the awaiting cast iron skillet, upon which we are melting 1 tablespoon of butter before ladling on our pancake batter. And you can do this in whatever sizes you like, but I'm trying to go big or go home, so I'm making big old dinner plate sized, Jake approved pancakes, which before flipping I'm going to layer with bacon and then flip, using a big old spatula and remembering not to be discouraged by the look of my first pancake, because as we all know, the first pancake always comes out weird. Rinse and repeat using remaining pancake batter, prove my ugly first pancake theorem now, and keep completed pancakes in a low oven until everyone is ready to serve. I've decided to serve bacon side up. I think it looks good. I'm topping with a pat of butter and maple syrup, and I am digging in. And I gotta say, we got ourselves a clear entrant into the Clean Plate Club. I mean, bacon, maple syrup, and butter is... I can't finish this. Is anybody else hungry? Nice his. I can't believe I just made these. These are like pickles. Well deserving of mouth love.
Okay. Okay, chat, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put on this video for you guys, so that way you guys can have something to watch while I'll be right back. Give me like 3 minutes.
The perfect chance to make my patented space age out of this world moon waffles. Let's see here. Caramels, waffle batter, liquid smoke. Fattening.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we are utterly destroying a waffle iron using these caramels. Now, I haven't had these things since I was a kid, so let's see, before we turn these into sugary, molten, burnt lava. Yeah, those are pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and dump a handful of these directly onto the waffle grate. Top that with some store-bought waffle batter. I'd say don't use too much or it will overflow, but it's going to overflow no matter what. Gently close up your waffle iron. Grab a taste of some delicious waffle run. Oh no, that's disgusting. Whoops, almost forgot a healthy pour of liquid smoke, one of the 3 most important parts of this 3-ingredient recipe. That results in a burnt waffle that is extremely sticky and very difficult to get out of your waffle iron and leaves it completely destroyed. And what's a waffle without butter, so why not use an entire stick? Wrap it up like a burrito from hell and secure it with a wooden skewer. And be sure to burn both your mouth and hands while attempting to take a bite. Now, if you can't tell, I don't like this thing very much, so we're going to take a crack at making a slightly better version. We're going to start by making some brown butter. We're going to heat a stick of butter over medium-low heat, swirling and shaking constantly until the milk fats begin to brown. You can see those little brown particles in the bottom there. Then we're going to set it aside so it can solidify for ideal waffle application. Next up, the issue of caramel. Caramel. How are you supposed to say it? Caramel. We're going to combine half a cup of water and 1 cup of sugar and bring it to a boil in a large saucepan. Stir gently, making sure not to allow the sugars.
I'm back. I forgot the Mario movie thingy premieres in like 3 minutes. I have it ready right here.
We're adding a 1/4 cup at a time, 1 cup of heavy cream heated to almost
It's right here,
boiling.
up
Wait for
and
the bubbles
ready.
to
Oh, it's
subside
live.
before
It's
adding
live.
The cream, whisking over very low heat until well combined, and optionally flavoring with a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. This stuff might look pretty thin, but it's going to get nice and sticky and gooey as we set
What
it
do you mean
aside
it's
to
live?
cool at room temperature. Last but
Wait,
certainly
what?
not least,
Oh, we're just waiting now. Okay.
the waffle batter. We're going to combine 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour with 1 tablespoon of cornmeal, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of kosher salt. Whisk well to combine before separating 2 egg whites from their yolks and whisking the yolks together with 1 3/4 cups of buttermilk. We're also going to add a 1/4 cup of our brown butter. You could also optionally use vegetable oil. Mix until homogeneous and add to our dry ingredients and whisk vigorously until no lumps remain. Now we're going to use a hand mixer to whip our egg whites to stiff peaks. To ensure a light and fluffy batter, make sure that there are absolutely no lumps in our initial mixture thing and add the egg whites and gently fold in until completely incorporated. Be sure not to overmix this because we don't want to lose all that air we introduced to the egg whites. Generously spray the replacement waffle iron that you had to buy with nonstick spray before adding about 3/4 of a cup of our waffle batter. Jam it down, crack it open, and arrange decoratively.
Oh, it's so perfect too.
Guests or
God.
just yourself. Hit it with a dollop of brown butter and a generous drizzle of our caramel sauce. And to make sure that we're staying true to form, we're going to add some smoked sea salt. This is going to add some flavor and texture. Now, while I do not think that you should make Homer's Moon Waffles at home, they are a mess and they're pretty disgusting, I do think that you should go and make a batch of these like right now. Like even if it's midnight on a Tuesday, because that's when I made these.
Oh. Oh God.
Thank you, Patreon.
Thank you, Patreon. All right, now we wait. Setting high quality. Come on. Now we wait, everyone. Oh? Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto.
Hello.
As we previously mentioned, in today's Nintendo Direct, we'll reveal the first trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie for the very first time.
Okay.
This Nintendo Direct is also being broadcast simultaneously at New York Comic Con. Hello, New York Comic Con.
Hello. Well, I'm not there,
It's been
but
nearly 40 years
okay.
since the original Mario Bros. Game was released in Japan. Today, lots of people around the world are playing Mario games. Thank you all so much. Finally, the world of Super Mario Bros. Will become an animated movie.
Okay.
We've been working on this movie together with Chris Meledandri from Illumination for a long time. From brainstorming
All right.
all the way through production.
Illumination. Wow, that's
The time
crazy.
flew by as we were having fun figuring
yes.
out how to depict
A high
Super
quality
Mario characters and world.
animation.
Now,
company.
I'd like to hear from Chris-san, my good friend and great partner for the movie. Let's bring him in. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. I am speaking on behalf of our directors, Michael Jelinek, Aaron Horvath, and the entire
The motherfuckers who
Illumination
made the
crew of
minions.
artists. When I tell you that producing the Super Mario Brothers movie with you and your team at Nintendo has been an absolute privilege. Our crew is filled with Mario fanatics, and they're bringing the very best of their talent to this film every day. Next week, we complete animation. We're knee-deep into lighting and compositing. Composer Brian Tyler heads to the scoring stage in just 11 days. He's been working hand-in-hand with Koji Kondo to integrate classic themes from the game into the film score.
Okay.
Miyamoto-san, it's been over 7 years since we first started talking about making this movie together. And it is thrilling to finally be here to show the very first look at footage with Mario fans at Nintendo Direct and at New York Comic Con.
Okay.
Miyamoto-san, shall we go ahead and introduce some of our cast?
I think we already know. You don't have to.
Introduce
I
two
mean,
of the stars
we
from this
kinda don't
movie.
have to.
Both of them love Nintendo games and made this
Oh,
into
okay.
a really fun movie.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh no. Oh no.
growing
Oh god.
Man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas in the original Mario Brothers arcade game.
All right.
A local laundromat. And then, of course, it came out on Nintendo, and I played that, I mean, maybe years of my life. It's an honor, truly, to be able to speak to the man who created those memories for me.
All right.
And it's an honor to work alongside. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to become Mario.
All right.
That dream, like all dreams, faces one critical challenge. As in the film, I must face off against an utterly ruthless scene stealer. Every great hero needs a diabolical enemy.
What are you saying?
And I promise you, I could not have been paired with the more perfect king of the Koopas, Bowser,
Oh, Jack Black?
and my friend, the great and
Are we gonna see
hilarious,
Jack Black?
supremely talented Mr. Jack Black.
Yeah!
Thank you, Chris, but I can't let you have all the fun. Now it's time for us to make this moment all about me. While you've been dreaming about playing Mario, I've been preparing. Look at all this Koopa muscle.
Yeah!
This glowing mane doesn't just appear overnight. Do you have any idea how long it took me to learn how to breathe fire? I had to go learn it from Gene Simmons of Kiss. And all this hard work's been worth it, though. I am so
Okay.
proud to have been able to collaborate with you and Miyamoto-san, as well as the entire Nintendo and Illumination team on this cinematic experience. One that will make its mark.
I want to see the movie just for this man.
Much
Just
love.
for Jack Black.
Peace out.
Thank you, Chris-san, Jack-san. All right then. Thank you all for waiting. Let's press the start button.
Oh, finally. Oh god, finally. Alright. Oh? Shit! Oh, what?
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
Oh, what?
Open the gates!
Yeah, that looks like that's definitely Illumination humor. Yeah, yeah, this is definitely Illumination.
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? I do not.
Oh wow, okay.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Oh fuck's sakes. I will admit though, the colors are really nice. The animation. This is very nice animation.
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh,
Oh.
sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
Oh what? Luigi! Sorry.
I want to thank all of you for being
That's
a part
it?
of this moment with us, and we're excited to share even more
That's
footage
it?
in the coming months.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm looking forward to it too. What do you think will happen during Mario's adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom? Production of the movie is going well. Currently, like with any Nintendo game, we're working on the finishing touches. I hope you're looking forward to the next trailer. It'll be a great experience watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie in movie theaters. You'll get to see the Mushroom Kingdom on the big screen. Look closely and you'll spot things in all sorts of places. This film can be enjoyed by people of all ages, so I hope you'll get to a movie theater and cheer for Mario. That's all for today. We'll see you next spring in movie theaters. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's it? Is that really it? Mark down your calendars, I guess. April 7th, 2023. That's it? I don't know. We saw Luigi. That's all I really cared about. I love Luigi. Man, can we go back? Is the trailer already uploaded? Oh, what the fuck? White noise? How did I get to white noise? What? What? What the fuck? Okay. Can they, like, upload it already? Do I have to go back into the fucking thing and look at it? Okay, I might actually have to.
Work on Mario.
This whole, like... This whole thing with the penguins? This is definitely Illumination. Like, you can just... You can just, like... I don't know, I think I just watched too many Illumination movies in my life. So you just know it's Illumination.
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield? I do not.
Mod Discord? Okay. Oh my god. Sue. Genuine. Okay, something I will give this. I can see this movie early. What the fuck? That's so fucked up. What the hell?
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
You know who he looks like? You guys know who he looks like? Oh my god! No, he shot! Tweet that right now? Okay. Hold on, I need to look at oh wait, let me just download this real quick. Tweet it? Okay, I'm tweeting it. Okay, um, close this real quick. It's been tweeted. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, wait, going back to this though. Something I will definitely give the Mario movie props for. It has really pretty animation. I hate to admit that. The animation's really pretty though. God. Like, this is pretty! Are you kidding me? This is pretty! Why does he have a chin? What do you mean? He's... I'm pretty sure he's always had a chin, no? Free? What? What's up? You wanna know who else Mario looks like? What? Who? This motherfucker? Who? Wait. Oh my god! Oh god! Oh god, my stomach hurt. Oh god! There's more that yeah, I've been seeing. Um yeah, my friend Splinky, she's been sending me more like pictures. I only got one though from her. True. Wait, 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 wait. True. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god! No, 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 no! Wait, wait, wait. Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Pause. Fucking. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. I need to like, I need to sit down. I need to breathe. I. Oh my god. Hi, hello, welcome to the street. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I need to see this episode immediately. Why would you say that, Sue? Sue, shut the fuck. Why would you say that? I cannot be normal in these conditions. Oh my god. There's more. Wait. There's more. Wait. Oh my god. Wait, no. Refresh. Where is it? Oh my god! Bye bye. Oh my god, wait! Wait! You! You! Oh my god! Game people are real! Oh god. Is that real? This is real! This is real! These are real! Oh god! There is so much happening in like the span of 30 minutes. So much has happened in like the span of 30 minutes. I don't know how to I don't know how to fucking function right now. Just remember that tweet. Hi, Mositos. Hi. Oh god. Oh god. Let me go back. Go back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Stop showing that picture. You sound like a chihuahua. I'm going back to this one. Ah! Anyways, okay, I'm normal now. He looks so different in this picture. It's so funny. Wait, is that because? Oh wait, what? Wait. This is Caleb. That's Bellows. This is Caleb. I didn't even realize that till now. This is a reflection of Caleb, not Hunter. Because this is Caleb, right? And then this is Hunter. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. Oh god. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I can't, that's it. I'm saying it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for the, oh god, what the fuck? Get this off my screen. I am not ready for the new episodes. Oh god. Oh god. I haven't seen the trailer. You haven't seen the trailer? Oh my god. Let's just rewatch it just for you, Mositos.
Start button.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
Open the gates!
Sorry, that was funny. Sorry. Fuck. I shouldn't have laughed. That was funny though.
I do not.
My humor is so fucked up.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
You get to see the best part. You get to see the best part. Hold on. Just wait. Just you wait. Look. 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 Ah! The best part of the movie. So excited for March and so I can't comprehend any of my homework. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel I guess I also feel very overstimulated. Ugh. Uh. Ugh. Damn, today's been a crazy ass day, hasn't it been? Oh god, that was a voice crack. What the fuck? Oh gosh. Oh god. Oh god. Also, oh god, that whole, all of that just made me so exhausted. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. 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 I think I'm chill now. Let's watch some more binging with Babish. Shall we, everyone?
This episode is sponsored by Cash App. Cash App is the easiest way to send, spend, and save money. Send to No Kid Hungry.
What's that? Candy machine. Mmm. Kelp nougat crunch. I'll only be gone a second.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a look at the Kelp Nougat Crunch from SpongeBob, a candy bar I've been dreaming about since childhood that contains only 3 known ingredients: kelp, nougat, and crunch. Here before me, I have some sheets of toasted nori. I don't know if this is technically kelp or not, but it's going to bring some great oceanic flavors to our
let's
candy
relax,
bar.
chat.
Not something I ever thought I would actively seek out.
Let's relax.
Here we are.
Everyone.
Now for the crunch, I'm going to make a layer of good old-fashioned Rice Krispie treat. I'm starting by generously lubricating a quarter sheet with nonstick spray and lining it with parchment paper. Molten Rice Krispie treat is about the stickiest substance known to man, so the more nonstick precautions taken, the better. Over on the stovetop in a high-walled saute pan, we're going to melt and cook 20 grams of unsalted butter for 4 to 5 minutes over medium heat until it begins to lightly brown. That's right, we're making brown butter Rice Krispie treats. Next up, we're adding 100 grams of miniature marshmallows, stirring and cooking those for about a minute until they're fully melted. Add 50 grams of puffed rice bran cereal, stir until homogeneously gooey, kill the heat, add a little bit
Let's
of
just
salt,
relax now,
make sure that
everyone.
everybody has gotten to know everybody, and then dump it out into your prepared pan. Then you got about 2 minutes before this guy starts to harden, so while everything's warm and malleable, try to get everything as flat as possible. Like I always say, an uneven candy bar is made by an uneven mind. Now we're going to let this cool completely while we make an even stickier substance, homemade nougat. In a small bowl, I'm combining 35 grams of malted milk powder, 40 grams of powdered sugar, and 9 grams of sifted wakame powder. This is our actual kelp that's going in the candy bar. Go ahead and tiny whisk that together until no clumps remain. Let's give this a little taste out of curiosity, and it's good. It's weird, but it's good. Just like yours truly. Now, nougat is basically a hot sugar meringue. So don your safety glasses, and in the bowl of a stand mixer, combine 2 large egg whites with 50 grams of glucose syrup. Meanwhile, over on the stovetop, we're combining 475 grams of granulated sugar, 550 more grams of glucose syrup, and 150 grams of water. We're going to bring this to a simmer and continue cooking over medium-low heat until it reaches 250 degrees Fahrenheit, by which time we'll hopefully have completed our unfinished business over in the stand mixer, which is to whip the egg whites and glucose syrup to stiff peaks before slowly and carefully drizzling in the boiling sugar mixture. Trying not to hit the sides of the bowl, but trying not to hit the wire whisk either. Then, once all the sugar's been added, we're letting this guy whip on high speed for 8 full minutes, during which time it should become smooth and glossy. At this point, we're going to add a teaspoon and a half of vanilla paste, and working quickly so that the nougat does not drop below 140 degrees Fahrenheit, fold in our kelp and malted milk powder mixture. And there you have it, folks, kelp nougat. I don't recommend tasting this until it's cooled completely if you at all value your mouth skin, but I'm happy to report that this has graduated from pretty good to surprisingly good. So we're going to scoop it out onto our awaiting Rice Krispie treat, and once again try to press and spread it out into an even layer while it's still warm. You're going to want to keep whatever tool you're using lubed up with nonstick spray, preferably sprayed at you by a friend, but eventually you're going to give up on that when you realize you could just use another sheet pan to press it out flat and even. Just make sure that it's appropriately oiled, press it down with all of your upper body strength, and pull it off to reveal that it didn't really make a difference, and if anything made things slightly worse. So just press it out as evenly as you can and remind yourself that it's not your job to change people's perception of how well you make candy. Oh yeah, we're also going to put down a couple of those sheets of nori, likewise while this guy's nice and warm, otherwise it will not stick. Now once cooled, sometimes nougat can turn out a little brittle, so we gotta slice it into clean, even bars while it's still a little warm. Go ahead and turn it out onto a lightly oiled countertop. Admire the effectiveness of your non-stick precautions. Now I'm going to start by trimming off the edges, not only to make snacks, but so our bars have clean, even, edges. Then we want to cut this down into individual bars. Now the bars on the show looked like a short, stout rectangle, so I'm going to make these a little inappropriately large, and despite having a ruler right there, I'm not going to use it and end up with uneven bars. Might as well eat my mistakes, right? But as it turns out, too soon. The nougat hasn't set yet. It needs to sit overnight before its final texture is achieved. Before that happens, I'm going to enrobe these in white chocolate. I did not temper this chocolate properly, so I'm just hoping that it's going to set at room temperature, and about halfway through the process I had the bright idea to make these guys green, on account of them being kelp candy bars and what have you. So once the chocolate has miraculously set, we are left with the final product, the kelp nougat crunch. Let's take a look at that cross-section. Beautiful, looks like a candy bar, but how's it taste? And I'm happy to report it actually tastes really good. I'm sorry, you probably didn't understand that. It tastes really good. Thanks again to Cash App for sponsoring today's episode.
Wait. Okay. Oh god, I'm really exhausted from all of that. Oh god. Oh. What? Oh my god, wait, there's a clip of it! Hold on! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, okay. I need to relax. I need to relax. Too many emotions in like the span of 30 minutes.
This episode is brought to you by Cash App. Cash App is the easiest way to send, spend, and save your money. Besides just sending money back and forth, with Cash App you can invest in stocks with as little as $1 as well as Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a look at Pizza Papa's Pizza Balls from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Now, I might not be able to afford to license a clip from the movie because it's still in theaters, but I do have this Eye of Agamotto, which is actually just a fire bomb. It's literally a bomb that you throw at a fire, which is still pretty cool, right? Guys? Okay, yeah, pizza balls, here we go. I'm going to start with our New York style base pizza dough, marrying together 470 grams of bread flour, 25 grams of sugar, and 1.5 grams of yeast in the bowl of a food processor, where it's going to sit motionless.
My cats are
because
fighting
my food
again. What are you guys
processor is
fighting
not
about?
working. So we're going to bust out our stand mixer, dumping all that dry stuff I said into the bowl, adding 285 ml of cold water, 15 ml of extra virgin olive oil, and 9 grams of kosher salt. Affix dough hooks, pull up the bowl lever, and knead at medium-high strength for at least 8 minutes. Pretty hard to overwork the gluten in this dough, so just let it go. To see if your gluten is properly developed, you can perform the window pane test, or you can roll the dough into a taut ball, and then you can poke it with your finger like this. If you would describe the dimple popping out as anything less than enthusiastic, don't be afraid to go ahead and knead this for another 2 to 5 minutes, until the dimple pops back out with rigor and gumption. Now we're going to place this guy in an airtight container, cover him up, and put him in the fridge to cold ferment, at least overnight and ideally 3 days. On the day of the pizza balls, we're going to construct a simple sauce, sauteing some crushed garlic and olive oil and adding 1 can of pureed whole San Marzano tomatoes. I'm going to toss in some fresh basil and dried oregano, and then I'm going to cook it down fairly significantly, 1 to 2 hours, or until it's thick and pasty. I pictured the sauce being inside Pizza Papa's pizza balls, and so it's got to be nice and low moisture. Once we've removed the basil, it's time to puree this guy in the food processor, which is now working again. That's the multiverse for you, so that it's smooth enough to be delivered by a large stainless steel needle. I'm sure that this is someone's nightmare, and whoever you are, I'm sorry. Next up, it looked like the pizza balls were topped with miniature pepperonis. So I'm going to cut these full-size ronis down to size and retrieve my cold fermented pizza dough, which as soon as I did, I had a brain blast. What if we treated the dough like cinnamon roll dough, and the sauce like cinnamon roll sauce, and the cheese like cinnamon roll cheese, or frosting as it's called? And I'm going to publicly thank Kendall for shredding this fresh mozzarella. It is my least favorite thing to do in the world, and so now all I gotta do is sprinkle it on top of our sauce, on top of which I'm going to shingle pepperoni. And even though it looks like we got ourselves a good grandma-style pie started here, we're gonna roll it up like a pizza-flavored jelly or cinnamon roll. We're gonna pinch the gap shut and make sure that it's on the bottom of the roll as we begin to cut it, first slicing off the unseemly end pieces to create a cohesive log, so we can break the whole thing down into 12 evenly sized pieces, which, once again, like a cinnamon roll, we are going to evenly space out and arrange in a well-lubricated 9x13 casserole. Cover with plastic wrap and let rise at room temperature for anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes until they've grown by about 50%. Brush down with a combination of extra virgin olive oil and crushed fresh garlic, and I think these guys are ready for a 425 Fahrenheit oven for anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes, or until they're a pool of oil. In spite of this, I'm going to soldier on and sprinkle it with Kendall's homemade shredded mozzarella, a smattering of extra pepperoni, going with full size because I think the little ones would just get lost on this. Return to the oven and bake until the cheese is bubbling and starting to brown, about 10 minutes. Now, they didn't come out very tall, and they came out pretty greasy, but we got some nice cheese pulls, and I think some functional pizza cinnamon rolls, pretty much. Might as well give them a taste, see what we're dealing with, and they're not bad. They're definitely not great, but they're not bad. Maybe next time I would leave the pepperoni on the outside of the pizza roll. I think that's where a lot of the grease came from. Maybe let the dough rise a little bit longer, and maybe use low moisture mozzarella. Thanks to Make-A-Wish, I've got an official taste tester in the studio today. Everybody say hi to Sam. And even though Sam gave these a very generous review, we both agreed they're just not pizza balls. So instead of trying to improve upon the pizza cinnamon roll, I'm going to save that for my free time and refocus on the balledness of the pizza. So I'm going to hack off 65-gram hunks of my dough, roll it out to about the thickness of a scented marker, and tie it into a knot because, as you may have guessed, I'm going to make garlic knots, which I'm going to let rise on a parchment-lined and lubricated baking sheet covered with an other baking sheet for at least 1 hour or until about 50% bigger. Brush these guys down with our garlic oil and pop them into the same 425 Fahrenheit oven. That is until you suddenly get a better idea, which is to preheat an oiled muffin tin in the hot oven and drop a knot into each hot spot, giving us a leg up on developing a golden brown crust. I forgot to set a timer. I think it was like 15 minutes later. Yes, there is a question mark in this recipe. These guys emerge, starting to brown, and
oh my god, that's a lot of cheese
and mini pepperoni.
Oh.
Back in the oven for about 10 minutes or until the cheese is melted. Extract the pizza balls from their pizza place. I'm going onto a wire rack because I want them to cool off just enough to handle, because after some pepperoni relocation, our tomato sauce filled trauma needle is back and ready to inject our little pizza buns with some of the red stuff. And with that, it's time to reintroduce Sam the taste tester. A self-described Marvel fanatic, Sam happily gave me his Pizza Papa seal of approval. Thank you so much to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for introducing me to Sam and for doing some really amazing work. And thanks again to Cash App for sponsoring today's episode. Don't forget to download Cash App today and use code BABISH22 to get $15 for free, and $10 will be donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yippee! Ugh. Chat, how are we doing, chat? I need to relax for a bit. How are we doing, everyone? I'm eating. I'm hungry. I wish I had food. You? I'm not sure. What the fuck? What the fuck? You don't share? I do share! When you guys asked me to. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, chat. I'm very exhausted from all of that. You know, if you're tired, don't worry. No, 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 it's fine, it's fine. Sorry, I'm just watching something real quick and I can't show it on stream. Yeah, yeah, just give me a second. Uh, sorry. Let me. I just want to watch this real quick, and I can't show it on stream. Keep your secrets, I see. Maybe. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Uh. I have to. I have to stream. Okay. Sorry, I just went silent for like the longest time. I'm so sorry, chat. Uh. Uh. God. Let's see. What is there to watch? What is deep dish pizza? What is this? Pumpkin puffs. Meatloaf sandwich. We were in the void. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh, fruit. This one.
20. This will be our Simpsons' last lanyard.
Come on, you gonna kill him with the pastry?
Whoa.
I've seen this man eat a bowl of change.
This eclair is over 1 million calories, 25 pounds of butter per square inch, covered with chocolate so dark, light cannot escape its surface. No, this is just a picture.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi,
Welcome back
Trex.
to
Welcome
Binging
back.
with Babish, where this week I forgot to film my walk-on shot, so here's a little bit of table cleaning for you. Squeaky clean. So now let's take a look at that eclair from The Simpsons. First up, we got to make some choux pastry, combining 180 grams of unsalted butter and 225 grams each water and milk in a large saucepan over medium heat. Then in a separate bowl, we're combining 225 grams of bread flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, and 12 grams of butter powder. This is an attempt to pack even more butter per square inch into our eclairs. Go ahead and bring the butter, water, and milk mixture up to a bare simmer. As soon as you start to see some little bubs around the outside of the pan, take it off the heat and add the dry ingredients, mixing together into a thick pasty dough. Once all the flour is nice and hydrated and no dry clumps remain, we're going to place
What did I
this
miss?
guy back over
A lot of
medium heat
screaming,
until
a
we
lot of
cook it for
crying,
anywhere from
throwing
5 to
up.
7 minutes.
And now
noise, we need to stir it
we're all
constantly.
just
You
we're
know
all
that it's
just
ready
fucking
to remove
exhausted.
from the heat when a thin layer of fond starts forming on the bottom of the pot. This indicates that your starches are gelatinized or something.
We're all
I don't know.
just
Kendall
fucking
told me what it
exhausted
means, and I
now.
forgot immediately. Dump this into the bowl of your awaiting stand mixer with the paddle attachment attached. Bust up and thoroughly beat together half a dozen eggs, and then we're going to slowly pour the eggs into the mixer while it's running, maybe half a cup at a time, letting it fully incorporate into the batter before adding any more.
This is what Hunter does to a motherfucker.
This
is what Hunter from the Owl House does to a
It makes
motherfucker.
an hourglass when stretched between two
For
fingers,
real.
or it makes the Dairy Queen. No, that's not quite right. Let's try that again. Or it makes the Dairy Queen. Damn it. Or when it makes the Dairy Queen curl. There it is. When a finger dipped into the dough is inverted. That means our dough is ready to pipe. So we're going to place it into a piping bag and then line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper using nonstick spray to secure it in place. Once you got that nice and laid out, it's time to pipe out some pastry fingers. You can expect them to just about double in size in the oven, so bear that in mind when deciding on length and girth. And then right at the end, you want to stop squeezing the bag and sort of flip the pastry back onto itself. Then once everybody's all nice and piped out, including the runty last one because I ran out of dough, you can flatten these little tails out using a wetted finger. Then these guys are headed for the oven, where I learned a lesson about temperature. I started off my first batch at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes, which unfortunately caused them to explode. I did a little bit of research and turns out too high temperatures in the oven can cause a choux explosion. Good news is that these guys were still hollow, which means that our pastry's good. We just gotta try cranking things down a little bit, so for the next batch I went with 375, plus slightly smaller fingers, just to see what would happen. These guys came out much more even, much smoother, and no blowouts. But as you may have predicted, they're way too small to kill anyone, much less Homer Simpson. So slightly bigger fingers, 375 Fahrenheit for 30 to 35 minutes.
So how about
And I
that Mario
cranked
trailer?
on the
Oh, gosh.
convection function towards the last 10 minutes of cooking for perfectly puffed choux with nice even browning. Now while these guys cool completely, we got a bunch of other stuff to make. First up, some pastry cream. We're measuring out 150 grams of eggs. Go ahead and beat those
I'm
up a
so
little bit,
tired,
put it through a bowl and
exhausted
set them
from
aside.
all
Then
of that
in a separate bowl,
yelling.
we need to make a slurry out of 40 grams of cornstarch, 25 grams of sugar that we're going to whisk in there to act as a dispersant, and 50 grams of whole milk. Go ahead and tiny whisk that together to combine, and bear in mind you're going to need to whisk it again before you use it. Last thing, before we head over to the stovetop, we're going to slice and scrape 1 vanilla pod. Now in our large saucepan, we are combining 400 grams of whole milk, 50 grams of sugar, and our sliced and scraped vanilla bean. Whisk to combine, and then over medium heat, we're going to bring this guy just shy of a simmer. We just want to get it a little steamy. Then we're going
Guess
to
I'll have
do
to watch the
custard
VOD
cream
then.
with our eggs.
Lynn, have you
We're
seen
gonna
the
start by
trailer?
whisking 50 final grams of sugar into our eggs. Sorry, Tiny Whisk, I think this is a job for your bigger brother, because in order to temper the eggs with our steamy milk mixture, we need to keep it moving constantly. Now here you can see me blissfully unaware that I'm spilling milk.
If you
everywhere
watch
because
if you
it's
watch
right
the
out
VOD,
of
I'm
my
so
eye line.
sorry.
I'm just living my life,
It's
having
just
a
a-
grand old time. So you might want to do what I
Literally,
normally
I'm not
do when
even
I
I'm
make
not
this
even
early
joking.
show, which is
After the Mario, I think no. Yeah, it's after the Mario trailer is when shit starts to go downhill in the stream. Because after that, I just saw more and more of the Owl House leaks, and I just started screaming even more and more. So, I'm very exhausted.
slowly ladle it into the eggs. But I think I got enough in there, so I'm going to dump the eggs back into the steaming milk, once again whisking constantly and thoroughly to make sure that we don't scramble anybody. Then this guy's headed back over to the stovetop, where we're going to bring him up to a bare simmer over medium heat. And of course, story of my life, while whisking constantly. Once it just starts to bubble, now's the time that we're going to add our cornstarch slurry. This stuff starts to thicken as soon as it hits the heat, so you want to pour it in slowly, and you guessed it, whisk constantly. We're going to cook this for about 1 minute, whisking constantly, until the cornstarch is fully activated and we have a nice, thick custard. Kill the heat, and then all we have to do is add 45 grams of unsalted butter from its container that it really doesn't want to leave. Whisk that in until it's fully melted and incorporated. Retrieve the vanilla pod, and there you have it, a classic vanilla pastry cream, which now needs to be fully chilled, and the fastest way to do that is to spread it out on a rimmed baking sheet lined with plastic wrap. This stuff starts to form a skin very quickly, so we want to immediately wrap it in said plastic wrap, making sure that there are no air bubbles.
Pratt will never be Mario. Oh my god.
Of the custard. Then this guy's headed into the fridge for at least an hour. Last up, the chocolate glaze, which was described as so dark that light could not escape its surface. So I got 250 grams of finely chopped, very, very dark chocolate, that is 100% chocolate, which I'm going to start to melt in a double boiler. About halfway through, I'm adding 125 grams of unsalted butter cut into cubes, and about 15 grams of extra Dutch cocoa powder, the darkest cocoa powder I could find. Also, since dark chocolate is very, very bitter, we're going to bring some sweetness by virtue of 75 grams of corn syrup. Go ahead and melt that completely in the double boiler, mixing constantly, of course.
It's not even,
it's
a me and Mario. It's like, it's me, Mario.
Our eclairs. The traditional way to do
it's
this
me,
is to cut little X's
Mario.
Points in the bottom of each shoe pastry, and use those as entry points for the nozzle of a piping bag. Pipe just about as much as you can in there because you want to fill the cavity of the eclair as best you can. And these guys are going for an upside down dip in the chocolate bath. I found it helpful to hold the eclair vertically and let chocolate drip off one side, so that way you end up with nice, clean, chocolatey edges. Once those guys are all coated in the chocolate glaze, we're going to let that set for about 15 minutes before attempting to decorate with chantilly cream. For that, we've got 1.5 cups of cold heavy cream, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, which we're going to beat together into what you might think is called whipped cream, but it's not. It's chantilly cream. It sounds fancier. Also, chantilly cream is by definition about twice as sweet as whipped cream, which we need with all that bitter dark chocolate. Now all we have to do is pipe some exquisite decorations onto our eclairs, which, as you can see, I'm struggling with, but practice makes perfect. And
what do you mean Mario isn't from Italy? Wait, what do you mean Mario isn't from Italy? His accent is technically a... Mario's a New Yorker? Mario is a fucking New Yorker? No! What do you mean Mario's not just a born and raised Italian? Fucking born and raised Italian from Italy. That's also a plumber. He's Italian American. Is Mario actually Italian? One of its first mentions in the game is in Mario Time Machine, in which upon being asked if he's from Italy due to his accent, it's by an imperial ruler in China. Mario says that he's from Brooklyn, New York. After I explain the whole lore in a new vid. Are we really gonna watch a MatPat video? Are we gonna do this? Are we really gonna do this? Okay.
Next, we have a special guest, Mr. Miyamoto.
Hello, it's exciting to be here today. As you already know, we are currently partnered with Illumination Entertainment to bring you the Super Mario movie starring Chris Pratt coming to theaters this spring. As the kids say, get hype, it'll be a banger. However, what you may not already know is we at Nintendo have been so inspired by this project that we've purchased our own movie studio. Soon, Kirby, Samus, Link, and more will get their time on the big screen.
I would love to see a Kirby movie. I don't care how bad that shit is gonna be. I need a Kirby movie. Anyways.
And that time may come sooner than you think. I present to you a
wait, what?
Our own movie studio. Soon, Kirby, Samus, Link, and more will
Yeah, MatPat also 7 Lovoviii I love.
Cat7, thank you so much for the 7 months. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to see you here. Is that Benedict Cumberbatch? Oh well, whatever.
Will get their time on the big screen, and that time may come sooner than you think. I present to you a first look at the NCU.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that going forward will be voiced by Chris Pratt. Speaking of good old Star-Lord, if you want to know what his voice is gonna sound like in the upcoming Mario movie, check out the new episode of Film Cool, which just launched alongside this one. It's a Mario movie weekend here on the channels. I suppose you could call it a theory binge watch. If by binge watching you mean like 2 15-minute episodes back to back. I'll admit, binge here is being used pretty loosely. Anyway, these are 2 related episodes that are better watched together, and I guarantee that you're gonna be stunned by some of the things we sussed out about the Super Mario movie.
Did you just say sussed out?
On screen, and assuming
I don't want to watch this video anymore.
This weekend, right alongside the recommended feed. But before you go and watch that one, stick around because the Mario movie isn't actually the biggest piece of Nintendo movie news that's come out in recent months. In an announcement that just kind of slipped under everyone's collective radar, Nintendo bought their own movie studio. You heard that right, Nintendo, the video game company, has decided to get into the movie business. And no, that's not a translation error, it's not some misunderstanding, and it's not a hoax. It is legit. Here's the notice of acquisition filing, right here from the desk of Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa himself. They went out and bought the Japanese studio Dynamo Pictures with the intent to change its name to Nintendo Pictures. In their own words, Nintendo Pictures is going to be focused on, quote, development of visual content utilizing Nintendo IP. Ripping off that corporate speak, that's movies and TV shows based on Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Metroid, Star Fox, a pantheon of characters, each with their own stories, all culminating in a massive crossover movie, Super Smash Brothers. And then you're gonna get phase 2, and that's gonna introduce Fire Emblem and Pokemon into the mix. And suddenly you're gonna have another big Avengers crossover, Smash Brothers 2 Melee. Bayonetta is gonna show up in phase 3, and then her short little fan with her powers is gonna show up in phase 4. Then you're gonna get yourself a Pikmin series,
hold on,
which is gonna go straight to
give me like a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's watch this
to
bitch.
streaming, but will be required viewing to understand the whole overarching narrative of the thing. Now, admittedly, I might be jumping the gun with all of this, but also it's pretty obvious to see how they could easily head in that sort of a direction. But before we get into the what of it all, I actually want to get into the why. Now, I gotta be honest, I did not see this one coming. 6 months ago, I did a whole video about how video game studios kept buying each other, and in that episode, I took it to its logical conclusion. With so much acquisition of video game companies, who was gonna own who when the dust settled? In that episode, my predictions were all based on the idea that massive media companies with streaming quotas to fill, like Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Disney, and Comcast, would want to buy game developers in order to acquire their IP. If you look at purchases like Disney buying Marvel, Star Wars, and Fox,
Fucking
that
imagine
methodology
if,
largely pans out. And when it
if
comes to
Splatoon
video
was
game IP,
live
the
action?
jewel in the crown is Nintendo. No publisher has such a deep and well-beloved cast of characters in its roster. And while I think any of these companies would eagerly sacrifice their firstborn for a chance at courting Nintendo, my conclusion was that Nintendo would be swiping left to any and all potential suitors. They're the girl that's too good for you. They're content to stay single while playing the field a little bit. You might be able to produce a movie in collaboration with them, but you're not gonna get her to marry you. And now, 6 months later, here comes Nintendo pulling an Uno reverse card on me and buying their own studio. In some ways, the new announcement actually proved me right. They were too good for everyone else, so instead of trusting their IP to other people, they pull the most Nintendo move Nintendo could make. They decide to do it for themselves. So today, I want to talk about this decision, why it's the most unexpectedly expected move that you could have possibly gotten from the big N. Then I want to dig a bit deeper into the acquisition itself. Who are Dynamo Pictures, and what could Nintendo have planned for them moving forward? Because let me tell you,
Is this really the new video that talks about Mario lore? No? Okay. Is it film theory one? Okay. Let's go to that one.
And with that, we're proud to announce the core cast of our upcoming Super Smash Bros. Feature film.
Oh, buddy. I can't wait to see who they cast as Mario.
Chris Pratt will be playing Mario, and his voice will be unlike anything you expect.
Okay, that's unexpected, but sure, we'll go with it.
Next, to our lovable yellow Pokemon, Pikachu.
Oh, please tell me they're bringing Ryan Reynolds back. It's the unofficial sequel to Detective Pikachu.
Chris Pratt. We wanted a voice that truly matched what audiences expect from this adorable electric mouse.
What?
Joining the project as the voice of the intergalactic bounty hunter Samus Aran will be
Zendaya?
Chris Pratt. Isn't Chris Son just the perfect choice? He's so cool.
Oh, come on!
And our final announcement for the day will be for the voice of Kirby. As one of our most beloved characters, we wanted a voice that lived up to all of your expectations. So, voicing Kirby will be...
let me guess. Chris Pratt?
Idris Elba. After his brilliant portrayal as Knuckles, we couldn't imagine anyone else in the role.
You know what? I'm okay with that. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that reminds you that if you stomp the subscribe button long enough, you'll eventually get a 1-up. And no, I haven't made a mistake here. This is not the gaming channel, believe it or not. I know, multimedia synergy can get confusing. Welcome, my friends, to Mario Week here at Theorist HQ. We're going live right now. We have a companion video over on our sister location, Game Theory, talking about the brand new Nintendo Pictures movie studio. Yeah, in case you missed that news, Nintendo bought itself a movie company. So step aside, MCU, it's time for the rise of the NCU. Out with Doctor Strange, in with Dr. Mario. Anyway, I think they're gonna be doing some wild stuff with that one, so go check out that video by clicking the links that you see on screen after you finish watching this one. Meanwhile, over here on Film Theory, we're talking about another Nintendo movie project, the upcoming Mario movie. You remember several months ago when Shigeru Miyamoto crashed a Nintendo Direct to announce the cast of an upcoming Super Mario film made by Illumination Entertainment, creator of the Minions? Well, if you don't remember that, maybe you do remember the giant chorus of confusion that came as they announced Chris Pratt as the lovable plumber.
What?
Mario Pratt.
No!
Is Mario.
Yep, instead of casting Mario's iconic longtime voice actor Charles Martinet for the part, Universal gave the role to Chris Pratt, along with a number of other celebrities like Jack Black as Bowser and Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. The news was so ridiculous that it spawned a meme announcing that Chris Pratt would now be voicing anyone and everyone in all movies moving forward, which, lo and behold, suddenly manifested Pratt into also voicing everyone's favorite Monday-hating cat, Garfield. Garfield in another upcoming animated release. Yep, that is apparently going to be a thing, and we only
Yes.
have ourselves to blame. Now listen, Hollywood stunt casting in animated movies has been a thing for basically as long as animated movies have been around. And whether or not this tactic actually works...
And there's nothing wrong with it. If it actually works. Right? Okay. There's nothing wrong with casting celebrities in your movies if it actually fucking works. Okay.
to get more butts into theaters is a theory for another day. No, what I'm more interested in today is how silent the project has been ever since that Chris Pratt announcement. I mean, just last week as I write this, there was another Nintendo Direct with Miyamoto swooping in, getting us all hyped for Mario footage, and then Pikmin 4. As far as Mario news, all we got was this.
The Super Mario Bros. Animated movie we're developing with Chris Meledandri from Illumination will release next spring.
A delayed next spring. That's it. Miyamoto dipped, and we're all still left completely in the dark about this thing. Well, that was at least until right after the Nintendo Direct, when they announced that they were going to be showcasing the first teaser trailer for the film at New York Comic-Con. That's about a week from today. But after being starved for Mario news for months, I didn't want to wait. So I'm here to provide, maybe not news, but gross speculation mildly supported by evidence, logic, and critical thinking. So pretty much better than what passes as news here in 2022. I want to take another look back at the casting of the Super Mario movie because I suspect the choices the filmmakers have made tell us a lot about their intentions with this film and the type of story they're planning to tell. In fact, I think we can predict almost every major beat of the plot for the entire movie just based on the casting alone. And spoiler alert, friends, if I'm right, you might just be looking at the video game industry's version of Encanto right here. Get those TikToks at the ready. So before we get into the details, we first need to determine what sort of Mario story the filmmakers are aiming to tell. See, Mario games tend to fit into one of two different silos. There's the more straightforward, serious narratives where there's a consistent internal logic and a passable story. Think of games like Super Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, or Odyssey. Princess gets abducted by Space Bowser.
I love
We gotta
Odyssey.
save her. Bowser wants a wedding. We gotta crash it. Princess make cake. Mario want cake. It's basic stuff, but there is a plot there. On the other hand, you have some of the more meta games. Stuff like Mario Kart, Party, Sports. You know, the games where Mario plays golf on the weekends with the dragon turtle who kidnaps his girlfriend. Now, the reflex here might be to say that the filmmakers are gonna lean towards a less serious, more meta story because they've cast Chris Pratt as the lead role. After all, he played a similar lead character in the very meta Lego movie. But
No, this is his best role though. That was Chris Pratt as Emmett in the Lego movie. That was his best role in anything. He did really well in that. Okay, that's all I had to say.
I don't think that this is going to be the case for the Mario movie, not because of who's here, but rather because of who isn't here. As of yet, there have been zero signs of the metagame mainstay characters like Daisy, Wario, Bowser Jr., Toadette, or internet boyfriend Waluigi, who alone would earn the studio a ton of free press on Twitter because he's the head of the Nintendo meme machine. No, the main cast of characters that Miyamoto announced have all been fixtures of early core Mario stories. Toad, Princess Peach, Bowser, Luigi, even OG arcade characters like Cranky Kong and Donkey Kong. But what really clinches the origin story angle for me is this announcement right here, casting someone for the role of Spike. Now, Spike has been the name of a couple of Mario characters throughout the years, the most popular being a recurring enemy that pukes spiked balls out of his mouth. But the Spike they're referring to here is actually very different. Notice the little logo next to the casting announcement, a bearded man in a hard hat. This is actually a reference to a character named Foreman Spike. If you've never heard of him, I don't blame you. He's so obscure and so old that I've barely played his game. You see, Foreman Spike comes from an obscure 80s NES release called Wrecking Crew. If you're familiar with it at all, it's probably thanks to the Wrecking Crew stage in Super Smash Bros. In the game, you have to knock down walls, columns, and buildings, all while being chased around by masked eggplants. I mean, what do you expect? It was the early days of arcades. Makes about as much sense as Yellow Circle Man avoids ghosts while consuming fruit. Anyway, the game is considered part of Mario's origin story, considering that you play as Mario, construction dude. So Foreman Spike probably wouldn't show up in this movie unless it was trying to be something similar, which means I'm leaning towards this Mario movie being a genuine attempt to tell a Mario origin story. Now, don't worry, I don't think this is going to be a gritty, realistic Zack Snyder's Mario or anything like that, but come to think of it... Okay, so knowing that this is going to be a Mario origin story, it lets us figure out that the movie is almost certainly going to start in either New York City or the video game equivalent, New Donk City, depending on how in-universe they want to go with it. Again, we can thank Foreman Spike's casting for that information. Foreman Spike was one of the antagonists of Wrecking Crew, where he was Mario and Luigi's jerk boss as they worked construction jobs around the city. That makes me believe that they're embracing a lot of the early, more grounded lore of the franchise. Well, as grounded as he can be, with giant apes roaming around New York. Either way, this suggests that Mario and Luigi are going to be from Brooklyn or the New Donk City equivalent, complete with gruffer New York accents rather than the whimsical Italian stereotype that Charles Martinet created for games set in the Mushroom Kingdom. The fact that they're working for Foreman Spike is also why I'm sure that Mario and Luigi won't begin the movie as plumbers. Now, before you freak out, I am very well aware that all of this sounds a lot like the awful live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie from 1993.
Goomba! Walk tall! Be proud! Go Goomba!
Here's the thing though, all of this is actually in line with early Mario franchise lore. Yeah, back when Mario was still named Jumpman, he was a carpenter because that made more sense with the setting of those games. Construction sites in cities. They didn't permanently switch him to plumber until Mario Brothers in 1983, when the setting of the game suddenly shifted down into the sewers of New York. And from there, the role of plumber just kind of stuck because Nintendo decided they liked the pipe aesthetic for the first Super Mario Brothers platformer. But the whole New York blue-collar worker thing, yeah, it's been a Mario series mainstay since the very beginning. It's just evolved and refocused itself a few times over the years. So, like I said at the top of the episode, it's amazing what details we can glean for the story just from the cast list, and we're just getting started. See, I'm confident that the very first conflict of the movie, probably the opening scene of the movie, is gonna be an adaptation of the original Donkey Kong arcade game. This is because Fred Armisen has been cast as Cranky Kong, while Seth Rogen is playing a separate Donkey Kong. Why would that matter? Well, the old curmudgeonly Cranky Kong that we know from the Donkey Kong Country games is canonically the same great ape from the original arcade game, the one that kidnapped Pauline before throwing barrels at Mario Jumpman Mario. Donkey Kong is Cranky Kong's son. So given that Cranky and Donkey are listed as two separate characters, and the fact that the movie seems to be drawing from old Mario lore, it's likely that we're going to see those events from the original arcade game play out in the film. And because it all happens at a construction site, wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being the same one that Mario and Luigi work at under Foreman Spike. Cranky's inclusion also means that we're going to see a time skip, probably after that opening scene. See, gorillas live somewhere between 35 and 40 years on average, so for Cranky to have kidnapped Pauline and fought Mario in his prime, but then to be an old man monkey in the present day, it's reasonable to assume that something like 10 years have passed. Also, just because I feel like this is the best place to call it out, I don't expect Mario or Luigi to be wearing their iconic outfits at this stage in the movie. They might still have overalls, but I bet they'll be in reversed or different colors, reflecting the original sprites and concept art for the characters having wildly different color palettes. The modern iconic look for the Mario Brothers wasn't solidified until the Super Mario platformers, so I'd expect them gearing up into those for a big final moment later on in the movie. So there you have it, simple as that. Act 1 of the film. Cranky Kong kidnaps someone at a construction site and a young 15 to 20-year-old Mario saves them. If they're keeping in line with Mario canon, the person kidnapped will be Mario's first girlfriend Pauline. As of yet, no one's been publicly announced to play the character, but that sort of thing's common for minor roles in animated films like this. They'd announce more minor cast members closer to release to keep the movie in the headlines, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have that announcement roll out later. That is, unless they're planning on mixing it up and Peach and Pauline actually wind up being fused into the same character, which, fun fact, has been a pet theory of mine for years that I've never found the evidence to do. See, even I have some evidentiary standards. I mean, not much, but it's good to know that they're there somewhere. Anyway, after that opening rescue, I suspect that we're gonna see some sort of a time skip, probably about 10 years or so to account for Cranky Kong's age. Again, if we're following Mario lore, Pauline will either be mayor of New York or New Donk, or be campaigning for it after the time skip, just like the role that she plays in Super Mario Odyssey. At this point, traditional storytelling technique demands that Mario want something during this phase in the movie. Maybe he's dissatisfied with his construction job, or with his life in general after seeing people he knows like Pauline moving on to bigger and better things. Maybe he's upset with his antagonistic boss Spike, or he dreams of starting his own business. Regardless of what it is, Mario Mario is dissatisfied with where he is in his life, and this want is going to be the thing that gets the adventure started. Given that the plumbing aesthetic of the Mario franchise started specifically in the sewers of New York, something is going to draw Mario and Luigi down there. I believe this is where Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong is going to enter the picture, setting a trap for the Mario brothers. I say this because Rogen is billed as one of the top 6 actors for the film, and given that we've already established DK exists in the New York section of the world rather than the Mushroom Kingdom section, we gotta find a way to get him into the rest of the story somehow. Here, Mario and Luigi will fight Donkey Kong at the end of Act 1, probably with a bunch of turtles and crabs crawling out of pipes like we see in the Mario Brothers game. Finally, like any good anime, the trip will somehow be isekai'd into the Mushroom Kingdom through a magic pipe, so we can finally hop on over to the Mushroom Kingdom and meet the rest of the cast starting in Act 2. Here in Act 2, I expect the movie is going to draw a lot from the early Mario franchise games. Specifically, it's going to be more or less an adaptation of the original Super Mario Brothers for the NES. You know, the classic stuff. Bowser invading the Mushroom Kingdom, kidnapping Princess Peach after Mario and Luigi arrive, sending the brothers on their journey to stop King Koopa. This will set up 2 important points for our narrative here. First, seeing Peach get kidnapped like Pauline is going to remind Mario of the heroic man that he used to be in his younger years, encouraging him to try and recapture some of his earlier spark. It's also here that we're going to see Donkey Kong switch his loyalties, going from an antagonist to more of a comedic support for Mario and Luigi. I say this primarily because of Seth Rogen's casting. In these sorts of family-friendly animated films, Rogen tends to be the comedic ally for the main good guy. Think of his parts as
Rogen is
Pumbaa
always
in The Lion King or Bob in Monsters
he's
vs.
always
that with
the
reports of
comedic
a Donkey
effect.
Kong spin-off in development,
He's
that means
always
that
the
DK is going to
comedic
need to steal
character.
a fair bit of screen time to set that film up. Now, this is a pretty wild shot in the dark, but if I had to guess, I'd say that seeing how the kidnapping of Princess Peach devastates the Kingdom of Toads will make Donkey Kong realize that Cranky was wrong all those years ago about kidnapping people. Or heck, maybe Bowser just stole a big old horde of DK's bananas and that just made him hangry. Either way, DK is probably going to join the good guy side here. Also, Princess Peach will not be the helpless damsel in distress that she is in the classic Mario platformers.
Please, no.
Mostly because that would be tone deaf. This is 2022 after all. That sort of stuff doesn't fly anymore. Plus, Anya Taylor-Joy is a girl boss. She has a ton of serious projects playing powerful women under her belt. I doubt she'd want her only lines here to be, "Help me, Mario," and "Here's your cake, Mario." So I expect Peach to take an active role in her own rescue. From here, expect the story to play out like a classic Super Mario game. Mario, Luigi, and Donkey Kong adventure through the Mushroom Kingdom's various biomes, going from castle to castle looking for Peach. You wouldn't be surprised to see a funny montage of Mario freeing a castle only for Toad to say the princess is in another castle. Meanwhile, over in his fortress, Bowser and Peach will share a lot of scenes together where she's trying to escape as he attempts to woo her like it's a romantic comedy. Before the final battle,
I can't wait to see.
Mario and Luigi get their iconic overall.
That most likely might happen in the movie. I'm not even kidding. That is a for sure thing that might happen in the movie, and I want to see that because I think that might be funny.
Just so we can make sure that there are some money shots for the trailer, and also a bunch of new merch for Nintendo Land and Universal Studios. True to the first game, Bowser will probably meet his end on a bridge, likely falling into lava. But don't worry, this won't be the last that we see of King Koopa. The post-credits will reveal him nursing his wounds, the camera will pan out for the big teaser reveal of the Koopalings. I mean, it could be Bowser Jr., but let's face it, the Koopalings are way more synonymous with early Mario games and would get way more hype in the press. And that's it, Mario's arc will be resolved. His dissatisfaction with life will disappear as he finds new purpose in the Mushroom Kingdom. Cue a final Easter egg joke of Donkey Kong, Mario, and Luigi hopping into go-karts and racing off into the sunset.
There would be a Mario Kart reference in like the credits of the movie. Ah, damn it, he's so right for that one. Damn it.
Screen fades to black. So that's how I see the story of this Super Mario movie playing out, but don't click away to my other Mario theory on game theory just yet, my friends. We're not done here. See, loyal theorists, there's a last cherry on top of this plot prediction that I think is going to convince you that I'm omniscient if I get right. My wild swing for the fences theory here is that this Super Mario movie is gonna be a musical. Why do I say that? First of all, Illumination Entertainment has itself a history of making movies where gorillas break out into song. In fact, a shocking number of their films are musicals, including ones that are even based on non-musical source material. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that this movie is going to be a musical, but I also ask you to once again look at the cast list. Literally all of them have histories with music in some way or another. Let's just do a quick roll call here. Chris Pratt has a surprisingly decent singing voice, and he's already starred in animated movie musicals like the aforementioned Lego Movie. Likewise, Charlie Day basically takes every opportunity he has to add singing into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Keegan-Michael Key's biggest secret weapon might be his singing voice.
I've looked for love all the same old places.
Hello?
Even actors with smaller announced roles here, like Kevin Michael Richardson and Fred Armisen, have pipes. The weakest singing voice of everyone who's been cast so far would be Seth Rogen, and even he's still sung in movies like the Lion King remake. But the biggest casting coup for Illumination here has to be Anya Taylor-Joy and Jack Black. Because they're Bowser and Peach, they are guaranteed to share a lot of scenes, and therefore at least one musical number. Anya Taylor-Joy has a history as a studio recording artist and has an amazing voice. Jack Black, on the other hand, is a master comedic musician in his own right, being half of the metal band Tenacious D and being well known for his roles in films like The Pick of Destiny and School of Rock.
School of Rock!
Sharing a musical number together is almost too good to pass up. Just imagine Bowser whipping out a guitar and trying to woo Princess Peach through song and
this actually
dance.
would be good.
Itself. And think, people were surprised by the Chris Pratt announcement. Wait till they hear Mario burst out into song in the first trailer. So there you have it, my friends. Feel free to sit the next Nintendo Direct out, Miyamoto-san. I've got you covered. The Mario movie is going to be an origin story starting with construction sites and Kongs and ending with Bowser and ballads. And hey, since I saved you the time, please go back to working on Mario Odyssey 2. It's been too long without a main series Mario title. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And now's your chance, dear viewer, to go.
No. That actually would be. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I would love to watch it if I was guaranteed a couple scenes of just Peach and Bowser. Just. I think that would be silly and goofy. The fact that I'm actually really sad that the other princesses don't get like anything yet. At least yet. I hope Daisy gets something. I love Daisy. Okay, now I'll be right back again. Give me a second. I've never played anything Mario. This is so sad. Alright, bye-bye, Lynn. Speaking of which, everyone, I think that's gonna be the stream for today, everyone. I think that's gonna be it for today. Hi, hello to the stream. Apologies though, I might end stream now. There's no one to raid right now, so I'll just let you guys go for today. Take care, everyone. I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your day and night. I will be streaming tomorrow around the same time, so I'll see you guys then. Bye, everyone. Take care. I'm gonna go relax and lay down after all of this. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Bye.